Welcome all to the session 12 of React training. Here in this session we will be editing made the name and position held as editable in our project. So right now if you see name and position held are not editable. Why it is not editable? The reason is very simple. Whatever we see in the browser, the content comes from app.js, and we are actually passing the value from employees list to the employee component. We are just passing the value, that's it. So even if you change any value in this employee component, it is no way it will go back to the parent. So you are just trying to change the value in the child component, but there is no way the parent component will know about it. So we are not able to see anything on the parent component. We are not allowed to type anything. So only way we can do this is by implementing event handler in the child component. That is from the employee component. There should be some way to tell to the parent component that some name has changed or some position has changed. So for this we will be doing event binding from the employee to app. Event binding, the word comes from Angular. This one can be compared to event binding. So let me show the project design. So we are almost done with this complete thing. Right now what is pending is we have to make employee name and position held as editable. So this we will be doing this in this session. For that we have to we need to make name and position held as editable. So I will introduce attribute here on change name. Okay. This value is completely up to you. You can name it any way you want. Okay. And I will pass props dot sorry. So here we are doing event binding. So we need to here we are doing event binding. So what we have to set up is whenever any user types something on the tries to change the name on the employee component, you need to send a event to the parent component saying that the name of the employee has been changed. So though here if you take the diagram, you can see many employees. We will find a way to change that particular employee. So here we need to make use of on change event handler, which is available in the HTML element. So in JSX we need to do it as on change camel case, and we will call the on change name handler, which we have to write in the parent. So what this line says is whenever the name, the input is changed, it will call this on change name handler in the parent. So we can introduce on change name handler in the parent, which will be called whenever the name changes in the child component. Just type on change name handler. So here, well, it is a JavaScript, so I need to have braces, and here we so here event and index. So we need to change that particular employee, not every employee. So we will make use of the index which is available in the map. The event is by default, so you will get an event. We get an event from this. Okay, so this on change handler, I need to write a function here, so that to handle to change the input to whatever the user has changed. So I write this function here. First I need to get the values from the so this is ESH feature, destructuring. So it will do a deep copy of the employees to this variable, employees variable. This employees variable will hold the employees now. A copy, not it is a copy. So even if you change employees, it will not change the state. That it is not copy by reference. You are entirely copying the employees. And here I can make use of the event and index which we passed from there. So employees, what I need to do is employees index that I move to that employee and changing the name. The name in that input I can get it by using event.target.value, and then I have to set the employees, set state with the updated employees. Okay. So this on change. So basically what we are doing is from the employee.js whenever the user types anything on this input, this onChange event will get called. This will call the onChange name handler, which is available in the parent. Basically, if you are calling any method on the props, it will basically call that function on the parent. So see, this name should be the same as the name available in app.js, else nothing will happen. Maybe I use camel case, I will change the same here. Okay, so I think now it should all work. Let us see. No errors in the CLI, and let us see in that. So now we are able to edit the name. As you see, position held cannot be edited since we have not done anything for that, but name can be edited. The next task is similarly do the same change for the position held. So we can just do the same. So we have to do onChange whenever this position held is changed. We need to call this function props dot, maybe I will write on position onChange position handler. So what I'm saying to props is, whenever in this child component, whenever any user changes the position, you call this attribute which is available in the parent. I just can copy this onChange and change it to on, change name to onPosition. But we don't have this method yet. So this attribute, once this is called, it will call this method which is available in this class. Also create this method. I can just copy paste this code because it is very similar. So I can change this as on change position handler. And instead of name, I can change to position. Okay, that's it. Our change is done. We are good to go. So let us see the CLI first. All good. So let me try the manages. Nothing happening. Still some issues, I think. Let me check. The issue is due to the employees.json. The name is position held, not position. So we need to change it to position held. Okay. So let me check now. Now it is done. Now we are able to change. So we are done with the changes of editing both the name and position. Thank you. See you in next session.